Don't cross the streams.
I thought
That's
we
why
took
we
a
just
break
had a
for
break,
that.
so you could do that then.
We are live.
Uh,
Oh,
You and I are on the same wavelength.
Live,
No.
baby.
Yeah, I'm reading that the oatmeal comic that you tweeted out earlier.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
He's always a font of wisdom.
Yeah. You'll like that. I tweeted back at you. There's actually a podcast I listen to called You Are Not So Smart, which has a whole 3-part series on the backfire effect, and it's super, super interesting.
Nice. Cool, I'll check that out. All right, well, let's get this thing rolling. We got an hour, and my alarm is set, so let's do it.
Let's do it.
Welcome to episode 28 of the Lovecraft Tapes, an actual play Call of Cthulhu 7th edition RPG podcast using Roll20.net. That's right there on the screen if you're watching. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore. Your investigators of the unknown are Brian as Samantha Blaine,
Boy, this coffee is really good.
Matt as Dan Williams,
They want $20,000 to fix that stupid knocking noise?
and Gabe as Roy Arroyo.
When investigating doesn't work, I use Mentos to drown my sorrows away.
Or explode them, either way.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
The Fresh Maker.
Hashtag please sponsor us, Mentos.
Hashtag not sponsored. All right, how's everybody
Hashtag
doing tonight?
yes.
What
Good.
What are we eating and drinking?
I am drinking a beer from this well-known brewery, but I don't remember the name of the beer.
Yeah, that particular one is called Pillow Talk Pilsner.
Pillow
And
Talk Pilsner.
It is jalapeno kumquat, and so we call it hot cum.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yep.
hope you
Jalapeno
enjoy your
cum.
hot cum.
From Boomstick Brew. It's very tasty and quite cold, surprisingly.
Nice.
That's some pretty cold hot cum you got there.
KUM.
Is it like icy hot where it... Oh.
Yeah, it burns going all the way down and all the way out. How about you guys? What are you drinking?
Water.
I also have good old
Delicious.
dihydrogen
Succulent.
monoxide.
Lovely.
Don't kill yourself.
Don't do it.
Unless it's really cool.
You're drinking ketamine? What?
In our wiki, it says arrested for stealing ketamine. Date rape drug 2000.
Should I... Do you dare me to drink this sulfuric acid?
I dare you.
It's under Ryan Davies, though. Oh.
Lovely. I am drinking a Shorts Brewing Company S'mores Stout. Which
Is it sweet?
I don't know. I
Or
haven't
is-
tried yet.
Okay.
Oh, I get it. You only asked us what we're drinking so you could tell us what you're drinking.
Right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Too sweet.
It's quite sweet. Yeah.
It's like the mocha I had from
Too
Stone.
sweet?
Well, it also has floaties in it, which I think is maybe graham crackers.
Or mold. Either way.
I'm not joking. It has floaties in it. I think it's graham crackers.
Penicillin in every cup.
Not my cup of tea, but I'll.
Because it's
Of course,
beer, you
yeah,
dumbass.
idiot. It's not tea.
Well, before we continue along with the adventure, we do need to take a quick commercial break. And we're back.
That wasn't a commercial for Mentos.
I know, but it was really good.
It was also the Fresh Maker.
I also heard the commercial.
I too endorse this.
I too endorse your product here.
All right, let's launch into a segment we call Cthulhu
For our
Rules.
segment.
First segment coming up. And Cthulhu Rules is just a quick recap of certain rules. Last week we looked at wounds. And this week we're going to look at healing, which is the flip side of that, of course. And this is on page 120, 121 of the Keeper's Rulebook. First off, let's talk about first aid. First aid must be administered within 1 hour of damage. And for that, you will get 1 hit point back. Pretty simple to remember, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 people can try at once to administer first aid, but you don't get any bonuses for that. But up to 2
But a better chance of success.
No, either one can succeed. The roll is not combined, but
Okay.
Up to 2 people can try to administer first aid. So I guess if you're like in a huge fight, maybe you wouldn't want to risk 2 people applying first aid on a person while the monsters are still descending upon you. but you can try that. So,
Quick, Matt, let's hurry and put this one Band-Aid on Gabe.
just
Yeah,
the
no,
one,
because that sounds
though.
different. Because I remember that's how I think we tried to do the whole first aid medicine thing back when
Yeah.
we were fighting the Night Gaunts outside of
What's her name's house?
Yep.
yeah, outside of Jean St. Jane's Manor, and we tried to figure that out. And
Correct. Yeah.
Wow, why do you guys always have to bring up adventures I wasn't there on?
Just
Look, we're
rubbing
not trying to
things.
make you jealous. We just want you to know that there was a past.
All right.
it was
So
better.
the next step for first aid would be medicine, and this requires 1 hour time, and you can heal somebody 1d3 hit points. And you can also stack this with first aid, so you could potentially have up to 4 hit points, unless the character is dying, in which case there's a whole other set of rules for that. If it is not performed in the same day, medicine, it must be a hard success. So if for whatever reason you waited to apply medicine, it would have to be a hard success. So you can't do a regular success. Now, dying, when someone is dying, they require first aid to stabilize it, which will regain them 1 temporary hit point.
So not a coupon?
Not a coupon.
If your family's dying, you don't get a coupon?
Nope. No coupons. At the end of each hour, the dying character must make a con roll. If he or she fails, it indicates the loss of the temporary hit point. So back to dying. And a first aid, although it can stabilize, it must be followed up by a successful medicine roll if the character is dying. So you have to kind of stack them in that scenario in order to have any chance of saving a dying character. Regular damage recovery, so if you're just walking it off or wherever, you can do 1 hit point per day. So that's just normal damage recovery. If you have taken a wound that gets you the checkbox ticked for major wound, you need to roll a con at the end of each week while the major wound box is ticked. If you fail, there's no recovery. If you succeed, you get 1d3 hit points recovered, and you can then untick that box when you reach at least half your hit points. So if there's a major wound, obviously it takes a long time for it to be recovered from. If you get an extreme success while you're recovering with that con roll, then you get 2d3 hit points recovered, and you automatically untick the major wound, even if you're not to the halfway point. Okay?
Okay.
And, a lot of this isn't even going to come into play until you
Right.
actually get hurt. But, fucked it up. And beyond that, if there's environmental issues, then those may impact the way that you heal. So if you're in a hospital resting comfortably, you're going to recover a little bit more. You get some bonus dies and that sort of thing. But if you are left out in the jungle, then you might have a much rougher time of healing up on a regular basis. Okay?
Cool.
All right. So that is Cthulhu rules for this week and healing. Now we're going to talk about another segment we call Letters from Beyond.
Yay.
And this is just some folks who have reached out to us and gave us some feedback. And we just want to give a quick shout out to Daryl Carlson on Facebook, who said, "I love how you turned Mr. Purfoy into Basil Fawlty. John Cleese is funny even in horror."
Yes.
And he couldn't be more right. Mm-hmm. That's exactly why I chose him.
On his way out the door, doing a funny walk.
A silly walk.
A silly walk.
Silly walk. All right. And now let's catch up with the current scenario. Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. After alienating elderly acquaintance Petunia at a chance encounter in the Arkham Public Library, Roy digs deep into microfiche to find a series of troubling newspaper articles about George Portman, whose life took a disturbing yet familiar turn, and who is presumably wasting away in a nearby penitentiary. Samantha flees Blaine Manor after a... I'm sorry, I have to say that over again. Samantha flees Blaine Manor After a creepy encounter with a mysterious tome, which somehow found its way out of the safe and into the study. Dan is stalked by a shadow in the bowels of the police station, where his hours-long search for information is mostly fruitless. Back at home, he hears a strange thumping sound from behind at exactly the same time Samantha hears the same familiar thump, thump, thump when attempting to call Dan. And now we continue episode 28.
Eggplant.
Dan, as you close up the safe, a rhythmless... Did I say that right? Yeah. Dan, as you close up the safe, a rhythmless thumping begins to sound from behind you in the empty study.
It's a podcast.
Oh, right.
Audio podcast, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to quickly turn around and open the door and flip the lights back on and stick my head back into the room.
Hey, Bubba.
Huh? Make that noise at the same time, too.
So you look into the room and you can clearly tell that the thumping sound appears to be coming from the window.
Oh.
Damn kids and their lawn parties.
The curtained window.
I'm going to cross the room and go check out the thumping window.
As you get closer, it does appear to get louder. It sounds like it's coming from directly outside the window, the curtained window.
Damn kids and their lawn parties.
Still?
I'm going to open up the curtains and see what's going on outside.
Okay. You immediately see the body of a robin clutching a branch outside the window. He's hanging upside down, dead. His eyes have been eaten out by insects. And as the wind sways the branch, his body swivels and thumps against the side of the window.
Well, at least it's not a crow.
This is true. Nope, it's just a robin.
Oh, can I open the window, reach out, like snap? Is it like a small branch, or like full
yeah,
on?
it's relatively small. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so-
his claws are just curled around it.
Okay.
As
Can
if
I,
in a death throw.
Okay. Can I just like snap the branch off and just drop it?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
It falls to the ground, and you're on the first floor, so I assume study's on the first floor. I think that's what we said previously.
I think so. One of these days, we're going to have to come out with like an official layout for Blaine Manor.
Blaine Manor. Yeah, so you snap the
It's
branch.
better when it changes
and
all the time.
Damn,
House
I thought
of
I was in my
Leaves.
bedroom here.
You snap the branch and drop it to the ground just a couple of feet below, and the corpse of the robin is dislodged from the branch finally, and you can see a couple maggots sort of squirt out of its eyes.
Yummy.
Damn, nature, you creepy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, glad I figured out that. I'm going to close the window, put the blinds back, turn around, and walk out of the study and make sure to hit the lights on the way out. Because unlike a certain somebody, I don't waste electricity.
I'm not there. I'd respond.
All right.
Just text her roasting her.
Samantha, as your ear is pressed close to the cell phone, the thump, thump, thump on the other end fades out until you hear a faint click and the call is disconnected. Kris has paused mid-sip of her latte and is staring at you with concern. Everything okay? She asks.
And I just respond.
Sorry, I got a call from an EDM party down the street.
It's just a very strange there was like a thumping sound on the other end of the line, not like a dial tone or not able to connect sound. I don't know what it was.
It's those damn kids and their lawn parties.
It was probably a lawn party.
Yeah, that does sound a little strange. Are you okay? You just had a weird look on your face.
Yeah, it seemed very out of place. It almost felt like it was in my head more so than the phone. That just sounds crazy.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Maybe you're coming down with something.
Yeah, you could be right.
I mean, you've barely touched your cappuccino.
It's a half decaf, no foam latte. Thank you.
Soy latte.
Pardon me.
Americana.
Pardon me.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I'm really sorry, but I feel like I have to get home.
Oh, well, I mean, was it something I didn't mean to pry?
No, it has nothing to do with you, Kris. You've been phenomenal. Can we please rain check? Is that okay?
Well, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, are you doing anything tomorrow night?
No, not at all. You want to get some dinner?
Well, yeah, I am a bit of a foodie. I do cook. I'm just...
There's a restaurant that I hear you can get tapa if you want to get some.
Yeah, I don't really, but do you like Thai food?
Oh, I do. Spicier the better.
Well, I make it homemade. If you wanted to drop by tomorrow night,
that would be fantastic. Let me get your address.
Yeah, no, I'll just I'll text it to you.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna get this to go. I'm really sorry. I just want to make sure Dan's okay.
I'll let you know tomorrow, and let's maybe we can talk some more tomorrow.
That would be perfect. Thank you so much for understanding, Kris.
Yeah, no problem. And why don't you go ahead and give me a spot hidden?
I see it. It's right there. Oh.
I see you hidden.
I needed a 76. I got a 74.
Nice.
You can see that. You can tell that Kris is maybe more than a little disappointed that you're leaving.
I captured that with the dialogue.
Okay.
And I will make it up to her so many times.
Whoa. All right.
Tapas.
Do.
Hey, we just produced that show.
Nice.
So I'm going to go ahead and get my coffee to go.
Mm-hmm.
Have put it to go cup. Mm-hmm. And jump in the car and head home.
Okay. Roy.
What's up?
After texting Dan with details about your discoveries at the library, you decided it's probably time to head home for dinner with Greta and the kids. All those kids. As you head toward your car, you notice a strange figure watching you from a block away at the mouth of an alleyway running between the drugstore and the Ben Franklin 5 and Dime. It is a man, his features in shadow beneath a battered fedora.
Hey, man who's wearing a battered fedora, why don't you come here and show yourself?
I want you to immediately spin and start sprinting away at top speed. It's not me!
Roy, why don't you give me a spot hidden roll?
All right, 1 sec.
Alrighty then.
So I needed a 70 and I got a 75 because of course I'd fail in the one time I want to not.
Would you like to either push the roll or use any luck, or would you like to just let that ride?
I'll let that stand.
Okay.
I don't.
The figure is completely unfamiliar to you.
Man, so unfamiliar. I wonder who that was.
But he's still standing in the alleyway looking at you at the mouth of the alleyway.
Then I'll walk towards the alleyway.
He immediately ducks into the alley.
Oh. You should have sprinted at him after stripping naked, and then you could have just... That would have
Do I still see him right now?
No. He walks directly into the alleyway where you can't see him. He's about a block away.
Dang it. Okay.
Curses.
What buildings are we between?
The alleyway runs between the drugstore and the Ben Franklin 5 and Dime. You're just coming out of the library. It's about a block away.
I'm going into the drugstore.
Okay. You walk into the drugstore and you see who's behind the counter.
Drugstore worker whose name I cannot be bothered to come up with. Do you have video cameras in your alleyway?
Fred goes, Roy? Roy, is that you?
Yes, it's me.
What,
Of
what are you
course, it's
talking?
me.
What do you mean unnamed employee? We've known each other for a long time.
I'm angry and upset. I apologize.
What's going on? What's going on? Well, how can I help you?
There was a guy that I missed my chance to see who it was.
Oh, yeah, I saw some guy wearing a funny old hat.
Don't make fun of those kinds of hats. Those are good hats.
I look like Freddy Krueger or something.
He
Creepy.
probably was. And your name happens to be Fred. Coincidence? All right. Now, does this establishment have cameras?
Well, absolutely. Inside, sure.
Can I look?
Yeah, come on back.
Cool. Good.
He takes you back to a little office. There's a little technology cabinet back there. It has a DVR.
All right. I got anything in the alleyways?
No, nothing in the alleyways. They're all basically in the store.
I'll check the footage to see if a guy like that has come through.
Okay, go ahead and give me a luck roll.
It's below your hit points.
I see that.
It's way below your hit points.
Mm-hmm.
I failed harshly. I needed an 18, and I got an 88.
Nope, unfortunately, you fast forward through the DVR footage, and you don't see any, no indication of the man or woman. Just
Roy must be the most unlucky person I have ever met. Luck of 18. Wow.
All right, Fred, I apologize for being angry.
Don't worry about it, Roy. Anytime, man.
I have to go home to the wife, and I don't want to do that, so...
Ooh, good luck.
This looked like a good excuse to get out of it.
Well, I wish you all the luck. Here, have a few lollipops for the kids.
Oh,
thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Ketamine.
Have a nice one, Fred. Maybe I'll stop by again and be less of a dick.
All right, you have a good night now.
You too.
And you leave the drugstore on the way to home. Ching, ching. All right, let's cut back to Samantha. And let's go back to Danny. Daniel, what are you up to, my friend?
6 foot.
Yeah,
8 inches. Oh.
In your dreams.
Oh.
That's with the extra 3 optical inches after he shaves.
Yes. Millimeters and inches are not the same.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to try and call Sam again just to see if I can't get her, because last time I tried to call, I got the busy signal.
Sam, your phone starts to ring.
I pick it up. Hello? Danny?
Hi, Sam.
What the fuck's so funny?
Sorry.
Hey, stop crying.
So beautiful. I'm sorry. I was just wondering where you were at. I mean, I got a broken voicemail from you, and I came back to the manor as fast as I could, but you weren't here.
Did you try duct tape to fix that broken message?
Oh, yeah. It's
I couldn't get a hold of you either. I'm on my way right now.
Okay.
Back to the manor.
Hey,
I got a really weird call. I tried to call you. I think I tried to call you. Yeah, I tried to call you. And it rang and then picked up, and all I heard was thump, thump, thump. But it didn't sound like it was coming from the phone. It sounded like it was almost in my head.
He's cheating on you.
The calls are coming from inside your head.
Were you thumping anybody?
No. The only thumping I heard was from, oddly enough, there was a dead bird clinging onto a branch on that, that tree your dad has right outside his study.
Uh-huh.
There was a dead bird on one of the branches, and the wind was blowing it into the window.
Oh my God, that's bizarre.
Yeah, so I snapped the branch off so that we wouldn't have to deal with that anymore.
Okay.
Did you, by chance, open the safe and move the book at all?
No, not at all. When I left you a message, it was the weirdest thing. I was cooking, and I heard a noise coming from the study. So I went over and opened the door and flipped the light on. As soon as I did it, I just got the weirdest vibe, and the weirdest thing happened. I just shut the door and left. I was trying to find you. That's when I called.
Oh, was it a thumping noise, perhaps?
You know what? I don't know because it's not in the wiki.
Oh,
I don't remember what the
it might
sound
have-
was. It was just very, very freaky.
it might have been the bird on the window.
Which it could have been, but I honestly, if I remember correctly, and I'm trying to remember because I had some coffee, I'm a little jittery. I think the book was on the desk. And I know
What?
for a fact that you put it in the safe.
Yeah, it's the first thing I did when I saw that the door was open and the lights were on in the study. I checked the safe and the book was there, but it had flipped over. The title was face down, like the back of the book was up, and I didn't touch that thing. And I know we put it in with the My Life cover facing up.
Okay. We got to figure this out, Dan. Do you want to meet me somewhere so we're not at the house?
If you don't want to meet at the house, yeah, Roy
I'm a little freaked out.
sent me some details. He found some newspaper articles when he was researching in the stacks at the library. We can go over them together.
Okay, why don't I pick you up? Will you meet me at the end of the driveway?
Yeah.
I know it sounds stupid, but I just don't want to be in the house right now.
No, not at all. I will hop on my bike, and we can go find some place.
Bling.
Let me just hop on the tricycle here.
Okay, I'll meet you there. I'm about 7 minutes out.
Okay, I will be waiting.
I'll be there.
Bye,
Before
Sam.
the next teardrop
Bye, Dan.
falls.
Goodbye, Daniel.
Oh,
Beep, beep, bop, bop. Okay, so let's say 7 minutes later, Samantha pulls up and picks Dan up at the edge of the driveway. That was the deal, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, baby, what do you think of this new big wheel I got?
I think it's awesome. It's got a power brake and everything. Jeez.
And so where are you guys headed for presumably dinner at this point?
Why don't you drive, Danny?
Okay.
If that's okay. I'm just a little jittery still.
Great place called the Tapas Restaurant that serves small.
They serve small
Or-
plates. Can't we go somewhere that has food?
Yeah, I mean, there's this
I don't
joint
have
in town
plates.
that has a really great gravy eggplant.
That sounds nice. Let's do that.
Okay. So I'm going to drive us into town to a small restaurant.
Called?
A small restaurant.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I haven't been here yet.
Canyo restaurant.
It translates to a large
Small.
restaurant.
And it's a megaplex, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. All right, let's go ahead and leave you guys headed off to the restaurant. And we'll go ahead and pick up with Roy as he comes home.
Gross.
Hello, family. I have not seen you in months, as this case has made it impossible for me to stay here. I've been at the motel down the road. I will say that I have missed you.
Dad, what the hell you been up to?
My
Um,
God.
Okay, Ricky, you're not even supposed to be able to talk.
I'm not Ricky. I'm Rab.
Okay,
You should
Rab.
know this. I'm your damn son.
You know what? Sometimes
Forget it. Forget it.
Honey,
Sometimes
if you spent
daddies
more
make
time home,
mistakes
you would
and
know
have
your
too
own
many
kids.
kids.
You know what? Raiden, Rugby, and I, we're going to go do something.
You
You
don't
just
even
have-
know your brother's names. How
Yeah,
can you
I
expect
do.
me to?
I was just trying to figure out which ones I wanted to take with me.
At that exact same moment, Ricky, Robbie, Rhodey, and Raleigh all start to toss a ball around inside the house.
Oh, God, with these
Ginny
ones
starts
again.
yelling at her. Greta starts yelling at him.
Greta, you're an idiot. They can't hear you.
They're mute, you idiot, not deaf. You
think
know that
that-
if you spent more time at home.
You know what? You know what? You can't expect me to know things about these kids. I work.
Were you even at church today? It's Sunday, you know. We're supposed to be at church.
I didn't know it was Sunday.
Oh,
If I had known it was Sunday, maybe if you communicated more.
the
this
father,
would be an
father is very angry with you.
Dad,
What?
did you see what Raymond did to your car?
I don't. Raymond's the good one. I don't care.
Oh,
what
yeah,
he
he's
did.
the
wasn't
the
me,
good
Dad.
one.
He's lying.
He's the good one.
He's lying.
All right, what did
Why
he
don't you
do?
go check and see what Raymond did
I've
to your
been working
car?
on
I
my
watched
book
him do
report
it.
all day long. Don't tell lies.
And at that
bully
moment,
Raymond.
from the backyard, you hear a boom,
I'll
and
go.
the house shakes.
All right, Rocket or the other one, whoever you might be, show me what Raymond did to my car.
I am Rugby. Get your damn kids' names right.
Okay,
Come here. I'll show you. Come here.
let's see.
Ray, come on. Let's show him what he did. You see it?
I
All the
see
air
it.
is out of your tires. I watched him do it.
How do I know Rhonda didn't do that?
Because I watched Raymond do it, Dad.
And
He
then
did
You
it.
know what?
This
know
is
what?
Raid. He did it. I watched him do it, and it's because he doesn't want you to leave ever again.
You know, I have a job. Your mother's lazy, so
Yeah.
I have to work.
Can I
have to work.
Can I have a
I have
hug?
to work. So I can't even get a word in with you kids. I like them. I like the deaf or mute ones the best. I don't even know which ones they are.
Dad, can I just have one hug?
What's in it for me?
I put air in your tires.
Okay, fine. That's a good deal. See, you
See,
do
Rab, I
things.
told you he'd give me a hug. Here, take his wallet.
big black column of smoke is coming out of the shed now in the backyard.
I take Dad's wallet and hand it behind my back to Rab. He takes off.
I don't notice because I'm too infused with
That's right.
anger.
All right, bye, Dad.
All right, what's happening in the shed? I'll go back to the shed, see why smoke's coming out of it.
Walk out the front. You see, kid walks out the front, slams the door. I really shouldn't have done that. I mean, I thought I
Okay,
figured it out the
Robin.
first time. Yeah. Oh, you're hi. And arms back against the doors. Whatever you do, don't go in there right now.
What happened?
It was the mole people.
Rab, come here. I call Rab out. Get
What do you
someone
want?
be Rab. Are there
do you
mole
want?
people living in the shed?
I don't know. Probably.
mole
Raymond
person.
probably
I'm
I'm just
invited
trying
invited
to get rid of them.
You are the mole person. Look out. You're supposed to look out for these things.
Well, it's probably Raymond's fault.
Look,
not my fault, I
Raymond's
hurt you.
it's not Raymond's fault. Blame someone else. God.
If you only knew. If you were only here.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to Raymond since these other decadent children are all blaming him for things.
Shit, Rab. Rugby. He's going to go talk to him. Come on, let's go.
I know it's a rare occasion for me to talk to any of you, and maybe if you would look out for the mole people and not set the shed on fire and then lie about it, and not let the air out of my tires, and your mom wasn't an idiot, this wouldn't happen.
You don't call Mom an idiot.
I just did. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
I'm just
see
gonna go
your
back
car
to the
tomorrow.
shed.
We'll see what we did about it.
I can walk places. I have friends, unlike any of you kids.
I'm going to destroy every screen door, and maybe you'll notice me.
I will, because then I'll be impressed with you for the first time in my life. You've done something.
You don't even know who I am anymore.
You know, it's because I have to work. You know all that food that you all eat? That you know how you love having food to exist with? That's all me.
Mom cooks it.
Okay? Okay?
Sorry, Dad.
I'm gonna go talk to Raymond.
Don't
I'm
talk to
gonna
Raymond.
watch.
Don't talk to
I'm
Raymond.
gonna.
Keep talking to
You know what?
Hey, Dad.
Hi, Raymond.
Hey.
Why are all
how's it
these
going?
kids blaming you for things?
You know, they're just rambunctious. You know, they're kind of. It's Sunday. You know, they had to sit in church all day, and they hate that. And
What a dude.
you know, Mom's been on them.
No, I have not.
Yeah, well, you know what she's like, Dad.
That's an intelligent answer, Raymond.
Hey, but I think Rhonda, she wanted to ask you something.
All right, I'll catch up. You're the man of the house. You know that. You
I
gotta.
know, but she's asking about boys.
Oh God. Okay.
I don't.
Fine. But
I told her what
you
to do,
gotta
Dad.
keep a better contact with me about the mole people and the shed burning, because I can come home for a whooping once in a while if I need to.
I know.
I'll whoop you right now.
I remember. I remember.
All right. Thanks. All right, I'm gonna go talk to Rhonda now. You get your homework done. You're a good kid.
Thanks, Dad.
All right, I'll go to Rhonda now. All right, what's the deal?
Excuse me. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm kind of busy trying to wallow in the futility of humanity.
You know what, Rhonda? I was told that you wanted to talk to me. So, if you want to stop doing that, or I could waste my time with one of the other kids, make your decision. I don't care.
Look, I'm getting old enough to where I feel like I deserve a little more responsibility. And so I was wondering when you're going to give me the keys to the car.
Look, the car's never here. And when it is here, all your brothers and sisters let the air out of the tires and, jump on the hood. So, I probably could do that soon to get it out of the house all the time. But if you're going to do that, you gotta keep doing some more chores and actually watching out for Rigby, Raid, and Rab, the three that happen to be younger than you.
We didn't do anything.
Ugh, they're such a drag, though. I mean...
You're 15, Rhonda. I don't think that you legally have a driver's license, but I'm not around enough to understand that.
Look, I know what I'm doing. I was watching videos on YouTube. It really doesn't look that hard. And I need to get over to the old industrial scrap district because me and my friends are going to light something on fire and just sit around brooding. It's really important to me, okay?
Look, I was a teenager too. I understand all about the industrial yards. I lost my virginity there. You don't understand it. But guess what? We're literally half a block away. We're like 3 doors down. You can walk there.
I love that group.
Yeah.
Walking doesn't adequately show the blackness that is in my soul that the world just needs to know about.
Okay. How do you have friends? Aren't friends a good thing? And aren't you kind of against that, Rhonda?
I have other friends who hate having friends, and that's why we're friends.
What, do any of them drive?
I mean, there's this boy. His name is Greg, and he's a little bit older, and he's super cute. And
all about the boys again.
Mom, when's dinner?
It'll be very soon.
Has your mom had the talk with you yet?
I mean, I think she's tried, but it might have been after she had taken her Xanax, and she kind of was slurring her words. So I'm not quite sure what she was trying to say. You really should tell Mom that it's probably not a good idea to have a bottle of wine with her antidepressants.
Okay, Rhonda, let me lay out everything you need to know in thorough detail. Boys are idiots and want one thing, and that's it, and that's the whole story. So, just...
But you don't understand.
Pizza.
Yeah, it's
Greg
pizza.
is different. We have a connection on a spiritual level, okay? It's, he says that we were together in a past life and that he's been searching for me. Okay?
Look,
he's been searching.
I don't care if you're doing it because everyone does as a teenager. It's not a big deal. Just don't get pregnant because then I'm going to have to deal with that. And then whenever a little rerun is born or whatever you stupid name him because our family's full of stupid names, then your mom is going to have to take care of him and I'm going to have to yell at it. And it's going to be like a week old and it's going to cry. So.
Not like you would ever know anyway. You're never here.
You know what? I work hard. And I don't say it much, but I love you kids. And I just want you to have a better life than I had with my 13 brothers. And I didn't have any sisters. So it was just fighting nonstop.
Aww.
At least you got people looking out for you. At least you all got people looking out for you. You know, Raymond and Rocket and the deaf ones care.
Dad, they're mute. They're not deaf.
Look, I try. Richard, all of my other brothers, they didn't care.
I'm
It's time
brooding.
for dinner. You guys got to come out for dinner.
Look. I got to talk to the mute ones because I got to explain to them.
Mom says it's time for dinner. Get out
You
here.
know what? Tell Mom that she can wait. Sometimes it's
Tell Mom
important.
she can wait. Mom,
Ma.
you said you can wait. Dad's being
Yeah, that's
a
right.
dick.
Well, then you
It's
get his
important.
portion.
It's important
I get
for a
to
man to
eat
connect
dinner.
with his kids. I have to work.
Rhonda,
My God, Mom, what do you want now?
it's your favorite blood sausage. Black pudding.
Okay, Rhonda, here's my verdict. Prove to me that you can handle a scooter and drive, and if you promise to drive Rab to soccer practice, you can use the car. Just if you get caught, you stole it.
Oh my God, thanks, Daddy.
Yeah,
I'd
know.
hug you, but that's passe, and you'd totally mess with my chi.
I don't want it, so that's good.
All right.
Okay.
Great. Let's cut the scene there, and let's get you guys out to dinner. Where for just a few blissful moments, Roy gets to enjoy a quiet table as everybody prays before dinner, except for maybe not him. I don't know.
Nah,
Is
I'm
this-
religious. I'm just busy.
Rab runs up right before dinner and gives him a hug on his leg.
Thanks, Rab.
That's not a hug.
Are you watching this, God?
I'll fix,
watching
I'll
how
fix
good
that
I am
screen
in
door,
these-
I promise, Dad.
Okay, that's good because screen doors are very important to me. Your Uncle Bugsy and we're going to make a business soon once I get out of this investigating deal.
I want to be part of it.
When your contract
You
runs
can.
up.
Every business needs stock, boys.
All right, let's cut the scene there, and we'll fade out. And the camera pulls out from the Arroyo household.
And then leaves and says, I got to get up early. I can't say. I'm so sorry.
So
Camera.
sorry. So sorry.
He pulls out and leaves. No.
Pulls out. Well, evidently he can't pull out because he's got a lot of kids. It's very.
try my best,
Plays,
okay?
happy music plays and we fade out.
And
Next
let's-
week on the Arroyos.
Let's fade into Dan and Samantha at the Pequeño Restaurante, and they are crouched over a candlelit table, facing each other, and trying to decide just what the heck is going on here.
So give me all the information you have, Danny. I don't know how much you know about this book, but
Okay,
it's
so
really freaking me out.
from what Roy gave me from his research in the stacks at the library, my life is the diary of. Hold on, let me check the wiki.
Look, we
Yeah.
want about the book, not
It's the
about your
Diary
life.
of Hia.
Oh, it's the diary of one Stuart Portman.
That's here.
And he lived here in his house for a long time. Passed away. It was left abandoned for a long time until his great nephew, I believe it is George Portman, found paperwork stating that the house and everything in it was his via inheritance. So George comes over from London or Europe to move here to Arkham way back. And he starts restoring the house and he finds the book. He starts reading the book, and not too long after that, he is arrested for the rape and murder of a girl named Rhonda Jackman out of the university.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was found in his home, and she was found to be drugged with, get this, ketamine, hydrochloride.
Are you kidding me? That's the same stuff.
Yeah, even weirder. When he went to trial, he pled insanity, claiming that it was the voice of oh God, what was it? It was the spirit of a deceased relative that motivated him to do this.
That is insane.
I'm starting to see a pattern here, Sam. You read the book.
It's no time for tic-tac-toe.
Oh. You read the book, weird things start happening to you. You pick up ketamine, and then apparently eventually you will rape and murder someone after drugging them.
I'm not going to rape and murder anybody. Stop talking like I'm going to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
as long
she
as you
already
don't
did
read the
it.
book, you'll be fine.
You haven't read it, have you?
No, God, no. I don't go anywhere near that thing. You kidding me? After what it did to my phone?
It's a pretty good book, dude. You should try it.
What the hell was that?
Just off in the distance.
That's my Facebook
It's
updates.
a pretty good book.
Oh, hold on. Roy updated his Facebook status. It's a pretty good
It's
book.
the
You can
good
try
book.
reading it. Roy posts the weirdest thing on Facebook, you know?
I honestly, Dan, we need to get to the bottom of this. I have one lead. I'm going to go and speak with the realtor that hosted the estate sale and see if I can get any more information. But I don't know what else we can have. You guys pretty much picked it clean.
Oh no, wait. I saved the best for last. Portman was censored.
Yes, he was. He swore quite a lot.
He was sentenced. Portman was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole up at MCI Cedar Junction up in Walpole, Massachusetts.
Oh my God, that's only like an hour away.
I know.
Should we go see if he's still there?
Why not? He had direct contact with the book. Maybe he can
Maybe
tell
he
us.
knows how to get rid of it.
Yeah, or maybe even not. He can tell us about his great uncle Stuart, because it seems that everything about
Make it
this
so.
book points back to Stuart Portman.
Okay. Well, tomorrow's Monday. Obviously, none of us have jobs. So I suppose we should just take another fucking day off and go to prison.
No,
This is my job, so
That's actually a really good point because you guys all do have jobs, so we're gonna have to work around that in some way,
Yep.
shape, or form. So.
Yep.
Yeah,
This
because
is my
normally
job.
I'd say we can manage doing the zipping around town stuff.
Let me interject one little thing here. We do know that Samantha has been doing some teaching, but not necessarily on a regular basis, right? I think we opened up this chapter.
Like substitutes.
Yeah,
college or
you
something.
originally dived into it, but you're sort of on hiatus or whatever. And we know currently it's August, so
Hiatus.
I think college would have you would have taught no summer classes. So when does
Right.
fall classes usually start? September.
A little before that but
So I think you're
Well,
actually free and clear. Samantha's free and clear, which would also make Matt's workload maybe a little, Dan's workload
Lighter.
a little lighter as well.
4
Sure,
days
yeah.
a week, Tuesday through Friday.
And let's say Roy has a lot more flexibility as long as he calls in and sort of takes
I was
care of any
assigned to
case
this,
load. But
so.
he is actually actively working on the Charles Blaine case.
Right.
It's not completely cold yet, and he is still sort of following up on those things. So you guys do have quite a bit of latitude at this point.
Okay.
As long as I see a relevant connection between this all and anything that might be happening at Blaine Manor, I can pass it off.
Right. And so, so just keep that in mind, but also try to work it in slightly here and there. So,
Okay.
maybe Samantha can have a
Well-
discussion with, the administrator to explain what her, sort of those things. You bring in other
Yeah.
elements. So,
I mean, I've got to be back to work on Thursday to set up my room, so
Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to be on call this week.
what are you, a doctor?
No,
No, I wouldn't be engaged to a doctor.
Oh,
No, yeah, that's fine. I think we can do tomorrow. Let's see what Roy has, if he's got any plans. Maybe he could take along.
yeah. I mean, I might be able to get Ernie to pick up my shift for me.
Okay.
I know he, with the baby on the way, is looking for that all the time he can get.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I'll ring him up and see if he'll be willing to take my shift Monday.
Okay. Let's have the rest of dinner without any book talk. Does that sound okay?
Oh, that sounds absolutely
I'd like
incredible.
to talk with my fiance again.
Oh, where is he?
Oh.
Well, that sounds absolutely lovely. I think we've had enough.
I know
of
it does. It had a good sound, and they all take your team out, take your team.
All right, great. So let's go ahead and fade the scene there at dinner, and let's do a little bit of wrap up. I think, let me double check my notes here. Yeah, why don't we have a quick recap from each of you, how you wrap up the evening before you go to bed. Let's start off with Roy.
I yell at Ricky, Robbie, Rhodey, and Raleigh for being stupidly loud because just because they're blind doesn't mean that they're allowed to make all their noises.
They're mute. Mute.
I don't care if their legs work or not. It's not my problem. I tell Raymond he's a good kid and I give him his chores for the night. I throw a belt at Rocket, but I don't actually whip him because that would imply caring. I send Robin to the shed that she set on fire, and that I let Rhonda know that I will be using the car, but when I'm back, she can use it. I make Rigby sleep in the yard, and I have Raid and Rab patch up the hole in the attic that they ripped out. And then I retire to the bed with Greta, and I promise her that I'm not going to yell at her for at least 6 hours.
Roy, I don't care about that part, but just please, just keep it in your pants tonight.
I haven't been here in weeks.
I'm starting to heal up.
Look, fine, but next time. Next time,
Okay.
we're gonna play dice.
Great balls
Dice
of blue.
sounds good. Dice sounds great. All right, good night. And she's immediately like snoring in 2 seconds.
And that's when I go back to the living room and watch SportsCenter.
Sweet. All right. So Roy, you fall asleep in front of the TV set watching SportsCenter, and you wake up about 2:30 a.m. and the TV set is off. Someone must have turned it off. The TV remote is missing. As you look around befuddledly at it, around for it. And just as you're...
I needed something for a remote detonator.
Just as you're getting ready to haul yourself out of the easy chair to head back upstairs, you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Rocket, go to bed.
But you don't understand. I have things in the shed that are bubbling, and if I leave them alone, there might not be much of a neighborhood left.
That takes care of one of the hands on my shoulder. Now, who could this other one be?
And indeed, you look around and you see an old hand on your other shoulder.
Greta, go back to bed.
Warty, covered in hair on the knuckles, liver spotted.
Petunia, you're getting a little too clingy. I mean, come on. I know we're like best friends, but you can't just come into my house without like telling me a few weeks in advance.
And there is no response.
Okay, I get it. You're sleeping. I throw Raid off my lap because she is always trying to cuddle with me when I'm asleep, and it's just not okay. And I stand up and turn around to see who it is.
As you turn around, or stand up and turn around, the hand clenches on your shoulder tightly, and you look around to see that it has been severed just below the elbow.
Oh, God.
And that's when
These
you
kids.
wake up. And SportsCenter is blaring. And that's the end of the halftime.
Oh,
You made
God.
a basket goal.
Why is there a game on at 2:30?
It's
SportsCenter,
ESPN Classic.
dude.
You
Come
were
on,
watching
it's
the wrong.
ESPN 8, the Ocho. You're
The
watching
Ocho.
Foaling.
Next up on the Ocho, dodgeball. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. All right, let's cut over to Sam and Dan. How are you ending your evening?
Hey, Dan, that dinner was really good. Thank you. I needed that.
Yeah, I think
This might sound strange too, but do you mind if we just go to the hotel in town for tonight? Is that okay?
Not at all. If you don't feel safe over at that house, then we can stay at that hotel as long as you want to.
It's the house too, but I kind of would like to stay at the hotel with you.
Well, in that case, I'll be sure to get the honeymoon suite.
Ooh, feeling frisky? Or
Just
fresca?
as that happens, a Facebook post goes out from Roy telling him that you don't have a lot of money, you're pretty lazy, maybe do a little lower.
What is Roy doing posting on Facebook?
He has to do a little lower?
Yeah, do it. All right, I think that's sufficient. We can go there. So you guys check into the local hotel in town and get there is no honeymoon suite, but you do get a very nice suite with a 2-person jacuzzi tub.
Oh.
And enjoy a nice evening, free of stress, and maybe lubricated with a little bit of
lube.
Oh,
I brought my 55-gallon barrel with me.
I'll dip myself in right away.
and then he pumps his shotgun and shoots the barrel. Sorry, a little Doom action there. And so we'll go ahead and stop it there. So let's go ahead and pick up with Sam. You're the first to wake up in the morning in the hotel, and you're feeling very good. And he's clearly out like a light. He's still.
Let me guess, you don't make breakfast.
I am actually going to go grab some bagels and some coffee for us.
Excellent. Okay. So you go ahead and depart the hotel. Give me just 2 seconds here.
Time's up.
It is, but I'm just going to stop this.
Oh, shit. I forgot my key.
You get murdered in the hallway.
There we go. No, you
get murdered in the hallway.
It's fine.
No, I
and
don't.
The podcast ends forever.
Oh, shit. I forgot my pants.
Shit, guys, we're out of time.
She's naked. All right. So, Sam, you you head on down to the lobby to get some coffee?
Yeah, coffee and bagels, the basic continental breakfast.
Great. As you leave, the door shuts behind you with a loud snick, and we'll switch to Dan, who wakes up at the sound.
Huh? Morning.
He looks behind him as he's laying in bed, down at the sheets.
Dan, Samantha
Sam?
is clearly missing from the hotel room, and you realize she's probably gone to fetch you your traditional bagels and coffee.
So this must have been what it was like at the Contented Cow.
Exactly.
I'm going to
this
hop
tank
up
off.
out of bed and go hop in the shower because I know it might be. I'm going to have at least 10 minutes to just scrub up real quick.
Awesome. So Dan scrubs up in the shower, and Sam, you're in line at the hotel coffee shop. A couple people behind. There's some folks in front of you. You guys woke up a little bit later than you normally would, but there's a lot of people getting ready for work and wanting to get some coffee and bagels and get the heck out. And as you're waiting in line, 2 or 3 people deep, you get a phone call.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Sam?
Yeah, this is Sam.
Sam, I'm sorry. It's Caitlin.
Oh, that's okay. Hi, Caitlin.
I'm really
Is everything okay?
Yeah. I don't know who else to talk to. Have you heard anything from Ryan?
No, is he not home?
Well, he's missing. The van's gone. I got a call from my parents, and he took the kids.
He what?
Let's cut the scene there.
He wanted you to repeat it.
let's switch back to Dan. Dan, you finished scrubbing up in the shower and turn off the water and towel off. And as you're toweling off, you notice that the medicine cabinet is open about 2 inches.
All
He
right.
knows it's exactly 2 inches because
Oh, shut up, okay? I'm going to walk over to the cabinet and open it.
You open it, and a small little bottle falls out of the cabinet and lands in the sink.
I'm gonna pick up the bottle and see what it is before I possibly put it back.
It is quite clearly labeled ketamine chloride. And we'll cut the scene there. Roy, save the best for last is my motto.
But I already went.
So there you go. Get it? Won't go.
What are you gonna
He
post
was just
on
saying
Facebook
my
about
name.
that,
Calm
Roy?
down.
Boom.
Roy, you wake up in the morning and Greta is still out like a light, obviously. She's snoring like a buzzsaw. And you head downstairs to make some coffee, and you notice Raymond is already up. He's already made coffee and set out a fresh mug for you. And he appears to be working on some homework at the table.
All right, Raymond, what's the deal? Even my best kids don't do things for me.
Well, I just, I thought maybe if you got a minute before you go to work, maybe you could listen to my report.
What's it on?
Okay, it's a book report. It's called My Life.
Do you trash talk me in it?
And we'll cut the scene there. So it's a book report on my life from your son. All right. Reactions?
what?
Good.
There's more than one?
Do you like
Wow.
those cliffhangers?
Yes.
That was unexpected.
Cliffhangers, isn't that the name of that new restaurant in town?
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Sylvester
So-
Stallone owns it.
My theory, put this in the theories, Matt, that the Illuminati, the Moon Nazis, and Matt did all of this,
In cahoots.
which put us into a ketamine dream.
Ooh, I
All
like
three
that.
of us into a ketamine trance.
Ketamine
My
dream
theory
is the
about
name of
those
my
damn
punk
kids
rock
in their
band.
long party still stands, though.
Ketamine trance is my new band name.
All right. All right, let's go ahead and launch into our segment Recommendos for this week. And let's start off with Gabe.
I got a good one.
Nice.
It is The Ghoul Show. That's what it's called. It's a old 70s Detroit and Cleveland public access show. You can find a bunch of the clips on YouTube, or you can go to his site and buy some, which is always good because it's good to give a guy like that some support. And so essentially half of it was Mystery Science Theater 3000 before Mystery Science Theater 2000, and he took the worst horror movies he could find and he dubbed his voice and Three Stooges things and just things like that over them just to make them as funny as possible. And it was a lot of random crap. He did a lot of polka music. He'd have like local bands on, but then the things that made it the best were his outtakes and commercials that he just had in between the before, after, and in between the movies, and they just are so funny and so stupid. If you want a good baseline for his type of humor, his whole throughout the entire thing, his joke is he only does public access because it's better than his previous job, which was stealing hubcaps.
And
So
it's called The Ghoul?
The Ghoul Show.
The Ghoul Show. And does he show old movies?
He did some of that. He is considered a horror horror
Host.
presenter, so like Sven Gulli and stuff. But
That's what I
the
would
stuff
know.
he's really known for is his like his fake commercials and outtakes and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really a variety show.
He was in the 70s, early
Yeah.
70s.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, because I grew up, obviously in the 80s, and we, in Southwest Michigan, we would watch Son of Sven Gulli, or Sven Gulli came before him, but he was based out of Chicago. So we got these sort of the other end, and it was mostly little skits and old crappy horror films, and
That's
it was funny though. It was cool.
Yeah, there's tons of them on YouTube. I'm looking right now.
All right.
The
Sweet.
ghouls in the
144
horror presenter
videos.
Hall of Fame.
Very cool. Well, we'll check that out on YouTube for sure. All right, let's launch. Let's go to Matt.
Also in the horror vein, but surprise, an indie game that people should desperately check out. It's called Little Nightmares. Came out very recently. It's a side-scrolling action platformer where you play a little kid named Six, and you wake up deep inside this underground, underwater. I don't even know what it is. They don't really explain it to you. It's called the Maw, and it's inhabited by these really grotesque, really mutated creatures. And it's up to you to escape from this place. Except for the fact that you have to be really careful because every single one of those creatures wants to eat you. It's incredibly well done. The music is amazing. The atmosphere is really, really well done. It's incredibly creepy. It's very much in the same vein as Inside, if you've played that. Same kind of gameplay with the 3D side scrolling. Same thing with the whole creepy atmosphere, but I think I almost like Little Nightmares more than I liked Inside.
Well, did you like Inside the indie game, or did you like Inside the horror movie?
The game
Because
from Playdead.
I would say pregnant women and scissors don't mix too well in the French.
Inside Out was
New
not
Wave.
a horror movie.
They mix very well, unfortunately.
Yeah. Creepy. All right. We'll save Brian for last, so I'm going to go.
Loser.
Anticipation. My recommendo for this week is a movie called Burial Ground, is what we all recognize from the 80s. The VHS cover shows a big zombie head on it. But the other name is called The Nights of Terror. And this is circa 1981 Italian horror movie. And this is just batshit crazy. I mean, we have things. I actually wrote a little list of things that we have. We have a Frankenstein's monster mask repurposed into a zombie head. This is in Italy. Like somebody actually went to a Halloween store, bought a Frankenstein's monster head, and then redid it slightly, but it still looks like it. And that's a zombie. And there's a Fulci glass to the eyeball ripoff. There's a zombie who talks. He said something. I don't know what it is. There's a little kid with an Oedipus complex who's trying to screw his mom. And then when he becomes a zombie, he eats his mom's boob. There's zombies using a battering ram. There's zombies that are really slow and like the old school Romero zombies coming at you. But then suddenly they can use tools and weapons. And then if you happen to be turned into a zombie, you suddenly get to wear the same robes that they're wearing. I don't know how that happened, but it's
Italiano.
I give this 5 out of 5 stars because it is just so bad. It's good. It is extremely gory. It starts off pretty tame, but then suddenly it takes a terrible turn, and there's intestines and gut munching and all that kind of cool stuff that you want to see. And there's no real reason why they came back to life. So just don't even think about that. But it's called Burial Ground or The Nights of Terror. The tagline is, "When the moon turns red, the dead shall rise." And of course, it all takes place during the day mostly, and there is no red moon. So It's all bullshit.
They didn't have the budget for that.
No, they literally didn't have budget for much, but what they did do with it is pretty awesome. I did watch this on Shudder. I had some terrible problems towards the end of watching it. It freezes up permanently at about 10 minutes from the end, but yeah, it's not cool. But it doesn't really matter in this case because it's a bullshit movie. So that's my recommendo.
Sweet. All right. Well, good night, everybody. You can find me on.
Brian.
Mine is an anime, of course. It's called Cyborg 009. It's on Netflix. The first season's out. Basically, they're cyborgs who were created to fight a war, which they won for the nation, and now are in retirement. But there's some force that's trying to bring them out of retirement and blackmail them so they will be destroyed because they're the only threat to this other force. And it's basically the story of them trying to defend their own name and eventually trying to defeat the other force that's trying to enslave mankind by erasing all memory of every human on the planet. So enjoy. 13 episodes, I believe, on Netflix right now. Cyborg 009.
Cyborg 009.
Yeah. CGI, so decent animation.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Okay.
Story's interesting. They don't spill it out for you, which I love.
Okay.
I think it's English dubbed, but I believe you can also get subtitled.
And it's Japanese, probably?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. Well, we shall check that out.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, or anywhere you download your regular podcasts. If you like what you hear, please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Meanwhile, you can find us at thelovecrafttapes.com with links to all our social media, including Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, and our wiki. You can find me on Twitter at Lovecraft Tapes.
And if anybody happens to know how much a bottle of ketamine fetches on the black market, you can look me up on Twitter at The Real Weird Kid.
Great. Now you're a drug dealer, you jerk. You can find me on Twitter at Brian Podcasts.
And if you're one of the 3 people on Earth that is yet to find me on AsianDate.com, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe on Twitter.
All right. Until next time, roll for sanity.
Excuse you.
Pardon me? All right.
Dad!
That's it. Go ahead and stop your audacity.
I'm just going to be back in the shed.
You have the audacity to tell me to